What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and we are actually here in Orlando, Florida for ICAST 2021. Finally back to some in-person trade shows again. Finally, man. With the pandemic, man, it really put a damper on a lot of things across the board. But you know what? I'm blessed here and fortunate enough to be with Captain Jimbo Keith of Saltwater Assassins Fishing Charters. And you know, you've actually had your hands on the estuary rods for quite a while. I believe you got some prototypes. You were part of the development.
No doubt.
And actually, you've put them through its paces. Tell me about that. Tell me what you've seen in your experiences, not just from the beginning of the development, but now we've got quite a few years under the belt of this thing being in fruition. Tell me about what you think of the estuary inshore rods.
After having them for a few years, they have really held up to the abuse of the saltwater world that we put on them. We're fishing with them like 230 days a year, so they're getting put through the paces. Not only did they do that through the development of the rods, but they've also held up the test of time. You can actually look at the ones that they've sold. They've sold a pile of them. They've been very hot on the market. And what can you say about something that really works? You know, it's got the microwave air guide in the front that is very unique to this rod. You don't see that a lot. The guides have held up nice. The backbone of the rod works perfect for the inshore. We're catching trout, redfish, triple tail, cobia, a few tarpon on them. And they come from a model, from a 6'6" model from medium all the way up to an 8-foot. Extra heavy, extra fast. So I mean, they're built for whatever. Yeah. They're holding up really nice. We have ours paired with the Sharky 3 made by KastKing also. They've been a decent reel for the money. I mean, you can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Under $70 reel. This is the new Speed Demon they've got on it here at the show. Elite, fastest reel in the world. 7.4 to 1.
7.4 to 1, yes, sir.
Super fast, guys. You guys that want to finesse fish and throw little light baits, oh man.
You know, I tell you what, like you said, what's to say about something like this that you can't say? Well, for those that don't know, this is actually a very high-end blanket. I mean, it's some of the nicest premium terray carbon materials used in this. You also have a nano resin technology, like you had mentioned. American Tackle guides on here. We've got the American Tackle G2 microwave air guide system on there, as well as utilizing the American Tackle reel seats. Plus, you trim it up with that AAA cork handle. Now, as he just showed you, you can actually feel and see the blank, so you actually feel that sensation on already a super sensitive blank. That nano resin technology, you're going to feel everything translate into, you know, that handle as you're getting those strikes. What are some of the biggest catches you've had on this, or even some of the lightest catches that most people wouldn't even feel because of lack of sensitivity?
One of the coolest things when we picked this rod up, when we were in development with it, and we had Owl on the boat, we were throwing some soft plastic jigs, and we were also throwing some cork rigs that are a clacking cork rig for our speckled trout. Most rod and reels that we've used in the past, you'll make a cast, and when the jig's falling, usually you don't ever feel the fish hit it until you pick up on it. We were actually feeling the fish strike it on the fall, on slack line, and catching them. And Al and I both were like, wow, that's awesome. This rod's really going to be legit. But not only that, we were feeling the fish pop the soft plastic underneath the cork before he ever took the cork down.
Really?
So you would sense the strike before the cork ever moved. And it was like, oh my gosh. So the sensitivity in this blank is superb.
Yeah,
superb.
And that's key. I mean, how many times you'll never know. Like you said, when you've casted it out there on slack line on the fall, you got to wonder how many times throughout your life and your career you've lost, you know, the ability, the chance, the opportunity to possibly catch fish of a lifetime, or just flat catch fish when you're having a not so great day. So now all of a sudden you're getting that much more of a sensitivity edge, you know, because of the technology and the design and the materials used in this to actually utilize and basically put more, you have a better return on the investment ratio, if you think about it, to this product. I mean, that's stellar. That's the inshore rod for you, true and true.
You're looking at a rod that's usually going to be like a $200 rod and reel. The setup, the components that are on this rod for like what, 120?
Oh yeah, it's definitely under $150 price point, depending on the different models. And now that's been another kicker, is they've been out of stock for quite a while. And you know, the effects of the pandemic, it's just going to happen, you know. But now we have models back in stock, guys. Jump on them. I know that you love them. You use them all the time, guys. If you've been wanting to get your hands on a KastKing Estuary inshore rod, now's a great time, especially
very good time right now.
They're in stock. That's the thing, is you can't wait. You got to take advantage of it when you can. We don't know how long we're going to keep seeing these effects across the world, not just in the KastKing industry, but in every industry. It puts a damper on it. So when you see it in stock, get that piggy
Jump
bank,
on it.
smash it, and get you an
Get you-
inshore estuary
Get
rod.
them ordered. You
Jimbo,
guys have a good one.
thank you very much, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and
Enjoy it.
enjoy your show here at
You too.
ICAST
You too.
2021 from the KastKing booth.
Get
I'm
you
Major
some
Gore.
KastKing.
Jimbo Keith, baby. Woo!